Well, I think what's good about kids biking to school is that there's a pure joy in bicycling. It's something that's really fun. It is something that students are able to demonstrate and learn some independence in a safe way. And so I think we all think back to that time when most people who are watching this can remember when they got their first bicycle. And they remember the freedom that brought to now within a fairly small geographic window, but it still gave that sense of freedom. And it also requires students to learn some responsibility and some independence, something that I think we all hope that our students will demonstrate and learn as they go through our public school system.
The city of Northfield's had what's called a complete streets policy for decades, and that policy is written in a way that's supposed to evolve over time to really be adopting modern and current design standards as it relates to engineering. We've learned that the way we designed streets in the 1950s with an automobile, focused society has really led to unsafe situations where we've had wide roads, creates this kind of sense of higher speed.
Vehicles, trucks, they weigh so much more than bikes and pedestrians. So looking at separating the pedestrians and bikes is an important way to ensure safety.
A number of years ago, we had some improvement projects kind of in our Carlton and downtown neighborhood. And we were making a number of changes as the project was going forward. And in the end, we kind of ended up with a different types of painted bicycle lanes throughout the community in that area. And we really learned from that. And that's where we brought in some additional planning and consultants to try and create a more unified network to create more standardization.
Early stages where you don't, you have maybe just painting on the street, you don't have bicycle protection lanes, and you can see the transformation happening now from a safe and a usability perspective of wanting to really have a network that is protected, and how do you best deploy that and get that built within the city.
I think many people can agree we would really like to see more and more students walk or bicycle to school. There's a number of reasons that people would like to see that happen. First of all, it promotes a healthy, active lifestyle for our students. It gets them into that habit of walking and bicycling, which we know is good for their overall mental and physical health. It also reduces the number of cars that are at our schools and reduces vehicle traffic. Again, something that can lessen the frustration for everyone involved. So in order to do that, we need to have safe pathways for students to walk and bicycle to school.
Northfield streets are designed in such a way that it could be very costly if we implemented everything at once. Additionally, we had originally looked at wanting to have the bicycle lanes on each side of the street. But for a couple of reasons, we went away from that as it related to our planning efforts. Number one, there was a lot of interest in maintaining some parking on one side of the street. And then secondarily, we knew that our streets weren't particularly wide, so we were able to look at the cycle track two-way on one side of the roadway bicycle lanes that really allowed us to implement in a cost-effective way a safe network system throughout Northfield. So we're following those plans. We've heard from the community about the importance of having really an intuitive and connected network and to have similar type of designs. And so we've been working to improve upon that and change so that we actually really have similar design standards throughout the community.
It's very important to watch for reduced speeds around the schools. Most of our schools have a reduced speed limit when children are present. So at those times before school and after school, and we have kids getting to and from, slowing down by that 10 or 15 miles an hour to make sure we're within that slower speed limit is going to make it safer for everybody. And we want our kids to get to school safely.
I just invite people, again, to think about their daily travel, and if they know that they're going to get caught in some traffic near one of our schools at that beginning of the day transportation window or at the end of the day when folks are leaving, consider taking a different route. Avoid those areas if that is something that frustrates you. And again, it's really a short time during the beginning and the end of the day, and a little planning and a little patience and a little vigilance go a long way for the health and safety of our students.
It's a new thing in our city. It's new in a lot of areas of the country, and just taking that extra minute to look and watch out for each other will help everybody get to their destination safely.